G'day, I'm Bruce Shelley. I'm with the Victorian Pajero Club, and today I'm going to give you a walkthrough on my MY15 NX Pajero Exceed. Starting at the front, factory nudge bar that holds my Firelight 5000 halogen driving lights. I find them a lot more comfortable to be driving with at night with my older eyes than LEDs. I find the LEDs too bright and certainly far too blue. Underneath the car we've got a set of booze bash plates that run back behind the transfer case. Back of the engine compartment I've got diff breather set up there, ProVent 200 catch can. I do have a battery charger on here. I found through COVID last year that the car not getting used, the battery kept going flat. This is not my daily driver in any case, so that just tends to stay on the car all the time if I'm not away. Auxiliary battery in an ARB dual battery setup. It runs a Red Arc BC-DC charger. I'm replacing that battery with a much larger lithium battery, or larger in capacity. Physically it's not much bigger, and that's going to go in the back of the car under the third row seating to get the battery out of the heat of the engine basically. I've also fitted gas lifts to the bonnet. That's a kit out of a crowd in Mount Waverley. Bolt straight in, there were no modifications or drilling or anything required. Beauty of that is, one, it lifts the bonnet up. Two, it lifts it up higher than it would sitting on the standard bonnet strut, but it also means I've got much more room, clear room, when I'm working on the car. Tyres, Falcon Wildpeak AT3Ws. I have found those to be very good in the wet, certainly better than some of the more common brands that are fitted to our work cars. Also very quiet at this stage, but I've only done 6,000 or 7,000 k on them so far. Hulk, I've also gone up one size, so they're 265 6518. That gives you an extra ½ inch in tyre wall height, just for a bit of extra protection of the rim, and allows the tyre to bag out a little bit better when it's at lower pressure. Whole car sits on a lift kit that comprises King's HD springs, Dobinson IMS shockers, and there's about 50mm lift at the rear and about 40mm at the front using that setup. Inside I've got an iDrive. I find that good when I'm towing. It's good off-road as well on rougher tracks because you can detune the throttle response that I find good. But other than that, I don't use it around town particularly. I do have an MM 4x4 Automate Pro torque converter lockup fitted. Comes out of Adelaide from a fellow Pajero enthusiast. It is a fabulous bit of kit. Not only does it improve fuel consumption and significantly reduce transmission temperatures, makes the thing a completely different car to drive. I can't recommend it highly enough. Also from him I bought the paddle shift kit. Again, really good when you're operating in manual. Don't have to look down or grab the gear lever to go up or down. It's just literally at your fingertips. Again, really good in hilly terrain, whether you're off-road or you're towing. I've replaced the card panel with a 3D printed panel that comes from a guy in WA, Norsha Engineering. Gave me space for extra switches. I took the opportunity to fit a tyre pressure monitoring system, which is the little gauge in the middle. But I've also got Vlad, also a Pajero enthusiast out of Adelaide, has designed a traction control mod. This enables me to have traction control on the front wheels when the diff lock's engaged, because ordinarily it switches off. And it also enables me to switch traction control off completely for when you're on sand or really slippery mud. And you know, both Australian design and made, and really good bits of kit. Around the back, I've mounted my UHF aerial on the framework that sits in behind the rear plastic panel there. I run a tyre lift spare tyre lift, so that the tyre clears the towing setup when I've got the trailer on, which necessitated having to fairly significantly cut out both sides of the plastic there. But it's not hard to do, you've just got to go slow, and you know, it can be nice and neat, like I think that is. In the back I've got a set of XTM drawers, and I've got an XTM kitchen. The kitchen has another 2 levels that will come out to give me a working bench top and also a spot for the stove to go. The XTM stuff, surprisingly well made. It's lighter than the equivalent King's gear, and it certainly is well made as things like the Black Widow drawers on some of the guys at work. So I think it's very cost effective and reasonable weight for what it is. I can slide either the drawer out or the kitchen all the way forward, and that gives me access to underneath the area there where the third row seats would normally go, and I leave things down there that I don't need to get to too often, including the jack hopefully, but everything else that I need to get to goes into the drawer. There's sufficient room on the back of the slide to have a 20 litre water container, and I have a hose that runs down the side to a tap to go to the kitchen. My fridge is about a 30-something year old Angel, still going strong, but mine has another Australian bit of kit called 2-zone refrigerator compartment. That extends the fridge, gives me another 20 litres, but more importantly it offers flexibility. I can have it as a fridge freezer, I can have it as a freezer, or I can have it as a fridge and a vegetable crisper. So you can have all your salad greens and things in the top there and not run the risk of them freezing and going hard. Up on the roof, I've got 3 rhino bars. I don't put it much up there. The max tracks go up there, shovel goes up there, and basically it's there to hold my drifter 270-degree awning, which will swing around and cover the whole back kitchen area, and another Australian product that works really well. I have fitted these weather shields. I've had a little bit of difficulty with them staying stuck on. I originally fitted them thinking that in mild weather it'd be handy just to drop the window down a little bit, and indeed I do. Whether I do that again for the drama that I've had with it, I don't know. Mine are a very dark smoke finish as well, so it does tend to make the A-pillar appear a lot thicker than it really is. So you have to sort of think a little bit before you do turns, compared to my run round town car, but otherwise, yeah, they're good. So anyway, that's my MY15 NX Pajero Exceed. Thanks for watching.